How we doing, friends? All right, today just wanted to read you an article regarding Martin guitars. As of recent years, Martin guitars has been produced in Mexico, and I don't have the entire details on the line. It's regarding their X bracing, very affordable, right in the $800,000 range, $1,500, something like that. It's I guess a way to get it to much more broader audience. Today, I'm reading an article from Acoustic Guitar magazine, July-August 2020 issue. On the cover is Alex DeGrassi, fingerstyle legend. But one of the new gear on the new gear page is the Martin SC-13E, a bold new offering from the legacy maker by James Rotundi. All right, I wonder if he's related to the famous keyboard player Joey Rotundi. All right, C.F. Martin and Company has certainly modernized its time-honored approach to guitar from factor and design over the last few years, decades. But the iconic Nazareth, Pennsylvania brand has become poised, some might say overdue, to make a truly transformative statement with a radical new instrument. Martin has most decidedly done so with the unique, highly playable, versatile, and affordable new SC-13E, which boasts the kind of fresh out of the box redesign, even flying in the face of Martin's usual insistence on the traditional glued dovetail joint that will no doubt leave some old school pursuers scowling while getting many Martin newbies talking. Yeah, Martin newbies like me. Let me hear your body talk. In terms of size, the dimensions of the SC-13E with its unique offset S-shaped cutaway body style are akin to a gentle stretched OM. The beautifully grained gloss finished top is solid Sitka spruce with back and sides made of a mahogany core topped with a stunning koa veneer. The iris style rosette, which invokes the aperture of the antique camera, features a contrast of a celestial blue acrylic and a white acrylic pearl-like inlay, as does the bullseye motif at the 12th fret. The cutaway, looking like a less traditional horn than a chin, drops away and slightly back from the neck at the 17th fret, compensating for the lost resonance space in an enlarged lower bout, which calls to mind the offset shapes of Rick Turner's Renaissance model and even the iconic Fender Jazzmaster. In theory, the offset is meant to increase the guitar's headroom by reducing some of the woofy low mids typical of, say, a full-size dreadnought. The ebony sloped modern belly bridge has been redesigned for the SC-13E, with the edges softened and the size scaled back, making it a more neutral base for palm muting and other electronic guitar-inspired techniques. White binding double-lined purfling and a modified teardrop tortoise pattern sketch plate round out the attractive top, which uses asymmetrical X bracing with treble side scalloping. Heck, there's even an unscalloped X brace on the inner side of the SC-13's E visible through the sound hole. And criss-crossing a new era Martin nameplate that suggests a label on a classic vinyl LP. If you're forgotten who invented X bracing, the SC-13E serves as a stylish reminder. Okay. Before I go on further, just right off street value, it's $1,499, so $1,500 plus tax. I don't know if it comes with a case. I guess we'll find out. Okay, It says, no pain in the neck. As striking as the offset Sitka top may be, it's the SC-13's innovative new dovetail bolt hybrid neck joint that is sure to garner the most attention and perhaps controversy. Let's start with the low profile velocity neck itself, which players accustomed to a modern C-shape profile on, say, Strat or Tele, or the vintage deluxe necks on a Martin's own modern deluxe series will find remarkably familiar and similarly comfortable, through with notable difference. The neck is, by all appearance, at least a bolt-on style. More about that in a minute. So it never broadens out at the body into a conventional heel. With the heel removed, Martin has even scalloped the neck joint to remove axis bulk where the neck joins the body, so your fretting hand moves freely up past the 12th fret to where the upper bout meets the neck at the, wait for it, 13th fret, rather than the traditional 12th or 14th frets. This means your thumb and fingers can be in a neutrally aligned grip position for scales and chords, and even the 13th fret, and your thumb can be reasonably anchored for moves and lead figures right up the 20th fret. Yeah, definitely. I can see it. There's pictures here. You'll see this sometimes on a Fender Strat, the newer Fender Strats, kind of or the Strat Deluxes, or the heels is kind of tapered. There also seems to be some kind of power button on there as well. Let me keep reading. With the structural innovations of the SC-13E, your Martin setup can actually evolve as your playing style does. Martin's high-performance neck tapers affordable a bit of extra meat on the treble side in the cowboy chord zone, gradually reverse tapering to a more slender treble side and chunkier bass side starting at around the 10th fret. Players accustomed to electric guitar, like me, are who simply want more ease for lead fingers higher up the neck and more support for those higher range chords are going to be pleased. Made of satin finish selected hardwood, often Sippo, a tone wood similar to African mahogany, with an ebony fretboard. The neck is roomy and relatively flat. A 12-inch radius, a 1 3/4-inch string spacing at the nut, 2 1/8 at the 12th fret, make for a generous feel for electric players as well as acoustic finger pickers. Indeed, the SC-13E affords plenty fretboard room for the larger hands, easy rest strokes facility, and a velvety bass response over the sound hole. Describing the neck joint, Martin gifted young designer manager Ramin Shayegan explains the aligned system combines elements of a traditional dovetail with the ease of an adjustment that previously would only be possible with the bolt-on neck. Essentially, the neck slides into a dovetail in the neck pocket, which allows the leading edge of the neck to sit on an elevation plate. You get all the surface area contact and tonal transference of a dovetail while allowing an authorized service tech to adjust the neck angle quickly and easily. Martin also integrated a simple set screw method for tweaking the overall scale length for intonation micro adjustment, as well as a removable interchangeable shim inserted that allows for easy neck angle adjustments. Both appear at the sound hole end of the neck, along with a simple truss rod cavity that requires a 4mm Allen wrench. Well, it seems like you can really tweak it. So that's a good thing. Classic Martin tone. In a purely acoustic setting, the SC-13E offers a surprisingly amount of volume for its size, and especially when strummed or plucked over the sound hole or upper reaches of the neck. An excellent overall projection balanced string to string with a rounded compact bottom end, detailed and bronzy highs, and the warm woody coppery quality one associates with, well, a Martin. I was likewise very pleased by the level of detail and string dynamics the Fishman MXT onboard pickup system delivers. The tone control, essentially more of a mid-scoop dial, is effective on both for feedback control and tone shaping. I ran the SC-13E direct into a Fender Acoustasonic Junior amp as well as a Fender 1965 Deluxe reissue. Wow, check that out. And the mid and high and detail was stunning. I even felt compelled to dial the amp treble and mids down to under 3 with a dash of digital plate or analog spring reverb. The overall sound was open, punchy, detailed, and even somewhat sweet. Plugged directly into my Universal Audio Apollo Twin interface, I did detect a hint of that telltale piezo quack when recording the Fishman MXT to my DAW, but it was hardly a deal breaker. Even better, the SC-13 recorded very nicely when mic'd with a Rode NT1A large diaphragm, which translated the guitar tight mid-range structure, bronzy top, and woody ambience really well with very little EQ required. In fact, it would be fair to say the mic'd SC-13E sounded downright expensive. The takeaway, and here it is, we're almost done. The SC-13E certainly diverges significantly from traditional Martin design. It's both a risky and a necessary step for the American songwriter giant. That said, it's likely you'll pick up the SC-13E and feel you're playing something brainy and futuristic. Instead, close your eyes and simply move your hand up the satiny, slim, tapered neck and around the neck joint, and the effect isn't techy or novel, but organic. Like the broad string spacing and balanced, detailed acoustic and electric tones of this very un-Martin-y Martin. There's a blend of tried and true Martin values and an added technical empowerment that comes with his ability to be fine-tuned around each player's individual needs. Yeah. With structural innovations of the SC-13E, your Martin setup can actually evolve as your playing style does. Yeah. You evolve, Martin evolves. Not a bad deal, I'd say. All right. And the specs: body asymmetrical with 13th fret neck junction at the cutaway, solid Sitka spruce top with tone tension X brace, Koa fine veneer, back and sides ebony bridge with a compensated tough saddle, 2114 string spacing, brown turquoise pattern, pick guard, gloss finish on top of the satin finish in back and sides. Neck is a selected hardwood ebony fretboard, nice. 25 and 2/5 scale length, 1 3/4 Corian nut with a C, nickel open gear tuners, satin finish. Martin Authentic acoustic light strings, 0.12 to 054 are on it. Comes with a soft case, made in Mexico, $14.99 street price. All right, it's your boy Guitar Mijo 78. And this has been the article on the Martin SC-13E. Check it out. I certainly will.